2. I don't think I ever introduced myself, but my name is Jason, and here's my channel for people who are interested in RC and me rambling about RC. I'm just trying to restore some of my projects and have some fun. Pretty slow. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but just connect with people who are into this hobby. And for this video, I'm just gonna install the motor and try to test the servo and make sure everything works. And the motor is already pretty loose. I haven't even started, but let's see if it's this 2 screws. I believe it's these 2 holding them together. So the good thing is all the screws are the same length, at least for the ones that I took off, and you don't really have to be too precise with how you organize your screws. And I believe this 2 screws are holding the motor together, and one is just for adjusting the motor mesh, the gear. So this one might be a little different length. Alright, that is extra long. It's not magnetic. Yeah, I might have to clean up some of the pins on the arm. They're a little rusty. They look rusty. Let me take this off too. I think it's right. What is this? Official Kyosho racing motor. Le Mans stock. I'm pretty sure this still works. I don't have the original transmitter to test it, but I'm gonna use this gear. Let's have a set screws here. 2 screws for the motor. I'm just gonna actually put them in there, back in the plastic case, so I don't mess them up. Oh, they're different sizes. Oh, what? So take the gearing off the gear. Oh, I don't think my dad Loctite this, but dang, it's a little rusty. I want to clean it up. Let's put this one aside and see the inside of this. If there are any actual grease in them on the gear. Looks pretty dry to me. A little wipe. This. Yeah, there's no actual dirt stuff on there, so I'm not gonna brush it up, but I'll give it some grease. Next, let's test out the motor. Mount the motor. God, what turn this is? 35, so it's pretty good for this truck here. A little bit of speed and torque. Good balance. Damn, I gotta solder this. Well, alright. I guess. Damn, why would they do that? Yeah, well, let's test fit this first. Oh, fits. Yeah, pretty good. Try it out. Yeah, I gotta grab my soldering iron real quick. Okay. And now, does it turn? Motor, is it meshing? Does it mesh? Okay, I think it'll work. Yeah. So maybe slightly a little longer. Just flush. And that should be good. Yeah, now it's touching a line flush with the gear. Oh, alright. I'll be back with the solder iron. So back again. Found my little soldering iron. Ryobi. This is actually pretty nice. It's portable. It gets ready in minutes, and I couldn't find my flux, so don't look at this as a professional soldering, but just something that would work. And somehow I got this to fit on the stand without grabbing my other arm to hold the motor and the wire. So everything just worked out. I'm just gonna solder it real quick. Not quite ready yet, but oh, now it's ready. So it's less than a minute or two. Probably want to heat this up a little bit first. Don't breathe this. Alright. Now, it's gonna poke through it. Should I do it? Oh, what? Alright, and fill this up with a little bit more. Solid. On that end. Let's do some on this end. Alright, that's it. Cool. So, yeah, works. Wouldn't say it's the most professional, but it looks pretty good to me. Yeah, so on this side too. Yeah, the thing with this hobby, there's always some tools that you need, and you might not have it. Then you have to invest more into the hobby. So I'll say you probably need at least $300-400 to get started if you want to get into more customizations instead of those ready-to-run kit. But there you go. It's pretty easy. I mean, you can have your kid or whoever to do this if they don't know, haven't tried this before, and it will be a good learning experience. And just quick, I mean, this generation, when is the time that when was the last time you needed to solder something? Probably many years ago or almost never. But when you need it, you have the skill and knowledge to do it. So here you go. Let's bring this back to the stand and try to fit this motor. Tight space here. So to mount this, there are 3 holes. I mean 3 threaded holes, and then you just choose the one that fits best for you. But you can kind of rotate and adjust the mesh. I'm just gonna do the motor like this, just like before. And I don't have any lithium grease or the Kyosho ones, so I'm just gonna use some bearing grease for my car, since they're dry anyway inside, so I don't have to do much cleaning. And that should work. And now I'm just gonna use the same long screws on top, and then try to put this over. Yeah, the motor actually looks pretty nice. Doing it blind didn't work. So let's do this. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of times you just have to get a feel of it. You can't really see what you're doing on the other end. Alright, I think that kind of worked. And then I'm gonna strip it. Yeah, because I think the hole is a little bit small compared to the other one. Let's take this off and look at it again. So, got one. Yeah. Okay. So the motor mounting holes are a little smaller than the original screw. So now I have to tap it to an M3. I believe this is like a M2. So I'm just gonna tap the hole to a M3 without going too deep into the magnets, the brushes. they're just like very brief. Just make sure you don't touch the brushes. And there are no metal in there. So let's try this. Okay, it's a lot smoother now. Yeah. Another problem I am having right now is there's only one screw this length, and I think it was missing from before. So now I cannot. I need to find another one that's M3 and at least a couple inches long. So I might not be able to get this running before I get that. Well, I can also tap the holes since they're plastic and the ones on the motor, then it'll be, then I can make it work. Just use a longer one. Just find a longer one, but a bigger screw. I think for now I'll just try to test the whole motor setup first to make sure it works. And since they're new and it's pretty cheap, so you can't really have too much hope that they will run smoothly. But from my experience, they're not bad. Okay, now then, see how it does with just one screw. Well, you can kind of get it working, but I'll leave it for now. I can just always screw another one in there when it's ready. But here's the leads. And I gotta find a way to mount them. Now the ESC. The ESC. Oh man, I gotta change it out to a different plug too. Because I don't have Tamiya plugs anymore. And I'll see if I have it. I think I used Dean's. Yeah, but another soldering. Alright. I'll probably have to do a part 3 for this. Okay, be right back. Well, luckily, when I was looking for the Dean's connector, I found a M3 screw that looks exactly like the one from here. So I think my dad actually found this like 20-30 years ago and saved it in the box, and I was able to find that screw, the spare parts box. So it was destiny to make this work today. Alright, so let's put this aside, and now I gotta solder the connector, the battery terminals as well. Now things are getting messy. Yeah, try to depin this, and maybe I'll just cut it and call it a day. Don't have to deal with, yeah, as much as possible since no one uses Tamiya plugs anyway. And I think even for Dean's connector, people are saying that now with all the AS and 6S, you can't really handle the power. But I'm not running high power cars right now, so I do have an X-Max, but that I stay with the Traxxas system and didn't change out the plug, and I think that is fine for now. Oh, wrong direction. Let's get them a little twisty. Twist them a little bit. Get some soldering iron. Like I said, don't have the flux for now, but I think it'll work since. Oh, this is actually from Japan. Damn. I think my dad made that from a long time ago. One side's done. Do the red. Yeah. Good thing everything is clean, or else it'll be very hard to stick. How long does it take to solder all this? Oh, don't forget the little terminal cover. Tells you positive on top. I'm gonna bend the wire down a bit. Okay, that was easy. Let's see, find the best way to do this. Probably like that. Perfect. Yeah, this little stand for 10 scale, 8 scale is pretty good. I think they're like $10. Or AliExpress or something. To the other side here. not doing the best job here, but it looks pretty good to me. Ooh, dang, it's hot. So, remember, don't touch this. And my air purifier actually turned on. And also, don't breathe this. If anyone remembers that commercial, will it blend? Don't breathe this. So I'm just gonna randomly on top here. Not sure if you can see it, but just gonna hold it like that on the top terminal. Supposedly you should have some solder iron on top and just get it there. But if you do it this way, you can kind of get a feel if you're holding it for too long and feeling the heat from the wire, and then you're overdoing it. It gets that hot. Yeah, I probably need some flux now. Alright. One down, one more to go. And same thing here. Pretty simple stuff. It'd be a lot easier if you have some flux. But we'll make it work. Air purifier is working hard in the background. Alright, just a touch. And you're good to go. I'm just gonna blow it with my air purifier. Cool it down for a few seconds. Alright, now cool to touch. And slide this cover on. Make sure I got this right. Positive, negative. Alright, cool. And with this cover, no one can see your soldering if you didn't do too well. Alright, perfect. And this way is never coming off. Cool. See? Pretty nice. Solder job. Next. Now we bring it back. Alright, now this is solder. I'm just gonna do a part 3, not make this video too long.